hope you can able to see my screen. First of all, I just want to solve that exercise that I have provided yesterday. Yesterday means I mean last class, that was on Friday. Okay, it was a very simple one. The exercise was such like that. We have to declare two different lists. Okay, so let's declare the same. L1, I'm declaring a blank list. No issue for that. L2. Okay, then I'll be taking input from user, input of a number. Okay, if that particular number is even, then that should be entered in L2. If that particular number is odd, then that should be entered in L1. Okay, so let's check that how to do that thing. Suppose x equal input, that function we already used earlier in earlier session. Enter a number. Okay, so just to do that thing, I'm just putting an integer function over here just to convert whatever input I'm receiving, because we already told that input functions by default it will be picking up the particular input from user as a varchar format. We need to convert it to integer format. Otherwise, we cannot do the odd even test because the arithmetic function will not be operating properly over here. Now I'll be just doing that particular statement of if else or case statement for testing of x as whether x is even or odd. Okay, if x, the same thing we have tried the same thing we have tried over there in our classes as well. If it's a 0, then it should be even, correct? Then we need to put the logic to append into L2. L2 dot append x. So this is the main command I want to show you. Okay. Else should be else means only one statement, only one condition should be there for else. This is for even, and at it's divisible by 2, x is divisible by 2, that means it's even. Then I'm appending x into L2 list. Else L1 dot append. Okay. Now let me run it. Enter a number. 23. One more thing, I haven't printed the list. Let me print it. Print L1, print L2. I have both the print. Okay. Okay. I have re-executed it. Give me 1 second. 23. Okay. 23 is a odd number, so it's been appended over here. Okay. And the second list is blank till now. Let's run one more time. So let's take 44. Okay. It's a even number. Yeah, it's been inserted in L2. So this is the coding strategy over here. Whatever we have learned till data type part. Any doubt? Randeep, you want, I hope you have already done this at your side. Just to
Yeah, I
re
did it, but I did it. The upper one was same, just like but in print I did L1 comma L2 in one single line.
yeah, but you cannot able to yeah, that is also fine, no issue.
Okay.
Yeah, that is as per your wish. The main logic is till this thing,
Yeah, I
till that
get
part.
that.
Yeah, however you can print it, there'll be no issue. Even in
Okay.
the case statement itself, you can have a print statement over here.
Okay.
Make sure that time. And over here, you can also put a print for L1. Okay. So
Okay.
moving ahead with today's new topic. Today we'll be covering Python as object-oriented programming. I mean, we have already, I mean, you have already learned as well, I think Java or C++ in your colleges or any other thing. So those are also object-oriented programming. The same kind of thing should be there in Python. Object-oriented programming means we should be having a class. Okay. So class is a blueprint of a particular, particular object. So that particular object can be instantiate into any, that kind of object can be called in any time for this particular program or maybe outside of the program as well. Okay, both of these are possible. That's why it's object oriented. We can create the object once and that can be instantiate multiple times. Maybe inside the same program, maybe outside of the program. So today the plan is we'll be quickly touch base on class, how to create a class, what are the syntax and how it should work. Okay. And after that, we'll be starting. Hello. Yes. Oh, hi, Soumya. Soumya, we just completed the exercise. I hope you have done these things at your own. But if you haven't, just one more time, you can see it over here. So the exercise, the previous day's exercise, what we have, declared over here, it was just like two lists we have to declare. Then declare another number. Take a input from another, a number from a user. Okay. Then if the number is odd, then insert it to one particular list. If it's a even, then insert into another list. So we can do this exercise by this way. So the main fundamental things just I want to see that whether we have learned the conditional operator, that means if else, and whether we know list appending operation, that is this method dot append. Okay, so this thing is there. So I'm just taking input a number from user, that is x. Then the x can be appended into list. If this x is even, then it should be appended into L2. If this particular x is odd, that means it should be coming in else part, then it should be over here. Okay, this is understandable to you, I am assuming. It's very simple actually. Whatever we have learned in classes, it's just like, consolidating everything in a single exercise. I'm just pasting it over here. If you haven't tried it, you can quickly try it at your side too. Okay, I'm removing this thing. Today we'll be going to learn class, the basic things of class, how to create a class. After that, after learning the class, we will be taking an external package. We will be installing an external classes there in our PyCharm. After installing that classes, we can import the classes in our programming. That particular class, I think you have already aware. Nowadays, it's called, the particular thing is called pandas. Okay, pandas is one of the important package of Python, which is being used for data, data analysis or data scientist. They're also using, pandas over here. Mainly, it is been designed for this purpose only. So we'll be focusing on pandas for a couple of days. So how to install pandas, how to create data frames. What is data frame? I'll be quickly coming when I'll be coming to this particular slide. Yeah, 2 or 3 things on top of pandas will be covering. That's all for today's class. Let's start with class. What is class? So as I mentioned earlier, class is a blueprint of a particular program. So you can create the blueprint once and that can be called into multiple times, maybe in your current program or maybe external program as well. So how to do that? First of all, I think I have showed you this kind of stuff. Suppose, okay, so integer, string, those are all a particular class is there. Let me show you v equal 8. Okay, if I just try to print v, you can see it's a class integer. Okay. I'm printing type of v. It's a class integer. Okay, so this integer class is already been defined into Python interpreter. and all the associated methods on top of integer that can be also visible. If I just put v dot, so the available methods just like 2 bytes, conjugate. So those kind of methods are also available. Those are also been declared with that particular class. Okay, so class and methods, methods are being declared inside the classes, inside the class definitions. Now let's create our own class, or we can also create our own data type. How to do that thing? Suppose let's create a data type just like in this manner. Uh, okay, same v. Okay, let's declare a class new dt. It's a new data type. So do some operation, or if you are not going to do any operation, just pass. Pass means nothing to pass over here. I'm passing blank thing, no thing over here. Just I'm closing the class. Okay. Now instantiate that particular class with another object. Suppose v equal, how to instantiate the class? So whatever blueprint is been there, I'm instantiating this thing inside v. So v will be working. Whatever classes information is there, v will be working on top of that. I have created the blueprint earlier by class command. Then whatever I'll be working, it should be on top of v. Okay. So v is having now the same property as like new date. Let's print the data type or type of v. Give me 1 second. Yeah, let's run it. Okay, we can see it's a class. This is the class of new date. Okay. After instantiating of the class over here, it can able to inherit the class's properties. It's just a basic thing. Let's do a proper example. Okay, the particular thing I used to give the particular example or exercise to everyone, the other sessions as well. So let's declare a class called rectangle. Okay, so inside the class, what are the basic parameter of the rectangle? How you can define a rectangle? What are the basic properties the rectangle should be having? It should be having a length and width. It's a two-dimensional figure. If you can remember or recall rectangle's definition, rectangle is having only two things to decide whether it's a rectangle and how it should be working or how it should be looking. Okay, so the same parameter you have to initialize by the dunder method. Inside the class, this is a compulsory method you need to declare. Okay, so how to declare that thing? It's similar kind of things, just like function. Def keyword should be there, and there should be this method double underscore put in it. So in each of the classes, this particular method should be there, and that is been useful to declare all the parameters, all the basic parameters of the class. So for rectangle, we need a length. Okay, self should be by default passed for each and every method for Python. Okay, so class rectangle def L W, L is length, W is width. Now these two lines we need to mention. It's a compulsory thing as well. What are the two lines? Self dot L equal L and self dot W equal W. What we are doing over here, just like whatever, those are called attributes. Okay, so whatever parameters we are passing over here, those need to declared in this manner. This is self dot L equal L I mean, all the parameters. This is a compulsory method inside the Python dunder methods over here. Okay. So when this is done, we can go ahead with other methods which will be calculating maybe other parameter of rectangle that can be on top of these two attributes. Okay. So from a rectangle, whatever geometrical calculation we can do, we can get the area of the rectangle. Let's create a method def area. Okay. Or calculation of area. Let's put cal area. So the same kind of, okay, self is, I told you by default, it should be a parameter of each of the method, but I'm not passing any other extra parameters over here because we have passed already all the parameters over here. Just we will be using those parameter while calculating the area. Okay. So how to calculate the area? It should be, or let's put area equal self dot L cross self dot W. Okay, let me print the same statement over here as well. So just like in this method, we are calculating this thing and putting inside a variable called area, and the same area can be returned as a print statement. Okay, or we can put a f string over here. F string means we already learned what is f string. F the area of the rectangle. This one. Okay. So let's run it. How to run this thing? The same kind of instantiating part we can do. Rectangle. Okay, I'm calling the class. This is the class. Inside the class, we need to pass the default parameter. So what are the parameters? LW I need to pass. Self we do not have to pass. Self should have to be instantiate inside the method declaration. But this is the two parameter we need to compulsory pass inside the class. Whatever things, whatever parameter I'm passing or whatever attributes we are declaring over here, those are the mandatory two parameters we need to pass while while instantiating the same class. Okay, class definition has been completed over here. Now, whatever line I'll be writing over here, that thing is, how to pass parameter or how to do further calculation on top of this blueprint of this code. Okay. So now I'm instantiating it rectangle. Let's 4,5 or length should be at least greater. So 10,6. Okay. So rectangle 10,6 means L is 10, width is 6. Okay. Now put the method, put dot. So whatever methods are available, you can see cal area is one of them. This one, we have declared a method on top of this rectangle class. So just I'm calling the same thing. Okay, let's run it. We do not have to print anything because the methods is already printing for us. Okay, so it's multiplying and giving me the output. Okay, so let's create another, in the same blueprint, I'm creating the perimeter calculation as well. Okay, so already all the attributes we have already declared in the init method or dunder method. So nothing to declare over here. Just pass this thing as a cell and do the similar kind of stuffs over here. Peri equal to cross, just like this thing again. So the attributes in the init method, we can use it over here. But everything should be declared in the first method. This is the compulsory one for each of the classes. This is called init method, and we'll be putting all the stuffs or all the attributes over there. Those are compulsory thing. Okay, so I have declared or created the perimeter. It's 2 into 2 multiplied by length plus width. This is the formula. So I have just put it over here. It's just a recap whatever we have covered in our childhood classes. Okay, so this is also covered. So I can, there is two methods now, two calculation methods. So I can do these things as well. Okay, I can do multiple things at a single go as well. Suppose 10 comma 8. Okay, so this kind of stuffs. I can do multiple things because our blueprint is ready. That is rectangle. Our method is ready. Okay, just instantiate by this class with the mandatory parameters dot the particular method name that you want to see. Let me run it. Yeah, we can see it's present. Okay, so just like our own way, and you can see the proper calculation is also occurring. 10 into 60, it's 60 over here. Again, we are doing the calculation of another rectangle's area. It's similar. 10 into 8, 80. Here we are doing an perimeter calculation with another method. The same class is being used with another method, calculation of perimeter. So it's, 10 plus 6, it's 16 into 2, that is 32. Okay. Any doubt with this class example? It's very, very important. Okay. Hopefully that is understandable. I'm removing this part. I'm moving to our next slide. Okay, the attributes and methods, I think you can able to understand. Attributes are those parameters where we are doing the declaration over there. Okay, and methods, after that attributes, whatever we are doing calculation and calling the same attributes, taking the help of the attributes, we are doing calculations. Those are called methods. Okay. Now let's use a class what is already been, it's an external class for this Python ID, and for the Python we can install this thing, and it's one of the popular packages. Pandas is available within a package, packaged class we can say over here. So in PyCharm, how to install it? We can install it from our terminal command over here. Okay, terminal command is same just like whatever we have learned earlier in CMD command prompt. We can install it over here. Just we need to put the command pip install the particular package name. Particular package name we need to put over there, and we can install it over here. And there is also some user interface available here as well. Okay. Here is the output console. So we can also follow some UI method Just go to File, Settings. The package can be installed in either way. Okay, so here is a plus button. In the left hand panel, just go to Python interpreter. Click on the plus button. Actually all the packages, whatever I have installed for my purpose, it's been showed over here. So those are the external packages I have installed. So for the new package, how to install it? Just click on plus button, search for the package name. So pandas is our requirement. Go to pandas, select pandas, install package. It should be doing the same thing what you are doing for pip install pandas. Okay, just install it. After installation of pandas, that particular pandas will be visible over here with the particular version. Okay, once you have installed pandas, you can import the package. The class inside that package can be, we can use over there in our coding practice. So I'm just importing. How to import an external package? It's like import command should be there, the particular package name. Okay, and we can alias it just like sorry, it's not pandas, it's pandas as pd. We can alias this thing is a short form, because while instantiating the class we need to write the class name. Just like we showed over there rectangle, we are putting rectangle over there. So while instantiating the thing, we need to put the class name. That's why the short form of this class will be useful. Import pandas as pd. Then okay, whatever things, okay. By this thing we can import a particular external package consists the particular class pandas. Okay, it's done. Creation of data frame from list. Now, what is the usefulness of pandas? Why we have installed pandas and why we have imported pandas? Pandas will be helpful for Python Python to be used as a data engineering tool. Okay, till now we have learned all the basics, but not exact data engineering thing, whatever we will be doing at our project site. So now pandas is one of the class that will be helping us to calculate or to manipulate data. Okay, so there is an important topic called data frame. So data frame is kind of similar kind of things, whatever we have learned as a table in SQL. Okay, pandas will be converting data or some data type, just like list, from list structure to a data frame, a tabular structure. So pandas today will be learning how to create data frame from different data types, just like list, dictionary, from an external CSV file as well. And after that, when the data frame is ready from the tomorrow's classes, how to manipulate those data, just like whatever we have learned at the SQL side, we are joining between two data frame. We can have some lots of manipulation thing, just like aggregation. There are sorting thing, lots of thing actually. So multiple calculations we can do as well. So whatever things we have done at the SQL side, the same kind of stuffs we can do on top of data frame. So how data frame looks like, let me show you. Then the idea can be, you will be comfortable to have the idea. So we have in the first line, we have imported pandas class PD. Okay, let's declare a list. Okay, let's declare a list such a way. So, okay, Randeep and Soumya, both of you are here. So let me declare your name. So let me take, so that your university's exam result, just like this man,
Okay.
Randeep. It's outside 500, whatever marks you have received. Okay, 450. This is one element. Okay, inside that list, I'm declaring another list. Sorry, not colon. It is not dictionary. Okay. So this is one list, and I'm declaring another list. Soumya. Soumya is receiving, suppose 460. Randeep, don't get disheartened. I give some extra marks to Soumya, 10 marks. Okay, just for example purpose. So it's this kind of list we haven't seen it earlier. I mean, we have just one dimension list we have used earlier. Over here, I use two dimension list. Inside the particular list, this is the main list. Outside the list, inside the particular list, we have used two elements. Each of the element is also a list. Okay, it's a 2D array kind of stuff. So it's two dimension list. So each of the list elements should be working as a row of a data frame. If we convert the list to a data frame, if I just print the list, it should be returning in the same manner. L1, if I'm printing it, then it should be returning in same manner. Okay, it's a list, but let's convert it into a data frame. How to do that thing? So declare a variable, suppose df, it's a variable. PD, let's call the class that variable, I'm instantiating the particular class PD, particular method data frame is very popular method. Okay. Now pass L1 inside it as a input parameter. And I'm printing result of data frame. Let's see what happened. I'm executing it. Okay. So you can see it's called data frame. You can see tabular structure, and those kind of thing has been segregated into row structure. Each of the element is a column. It's maintaining columnar structure as well. Okay, so that is called data frame. Data frame should be similar kind of stuffs, just like table, so that we can manipulate whatever we can do this thing in SQL. The things we can cover, not only the same things, we can add some more things. That's why on top of data, we can do lots of things, and with the help of pandas. That particular data frame things we cannot do our inbuilt Python interpreter. That is not there. But whoever has write the classes or whoever still supporting that particular class pandas, they are installing or they are doing this kind of features inside pandas so that we can utilize pandas in this manner as a data engineering packages. Okay. So okay, let's modify something on top of this. Inside that particular thing, we can just have converted it to two different rows. Let's declare column. How to declare this thing? Data frame, just put comma, put some extra parameter to decorate these things, suppose columns. The first column, okay, inside column, let's declare another list because we need to declare two different column name. So first column should be suppose name. Second column should be marks. Okay. Okay, you can see the column name has been modified. We can even modify this row name as well. But as of now, it's fine. So row index, this is called index. So when we are creating a data frame, by default, the index should be coming in this manner, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, in this manner. Okay, we can also update this index in this manner. Index. We have two index over here. So just put inside the list, declare. Suppose how to declare, okay, name 1, name 2, we can just put name 1 or student 1. Std1. std2. Okay, so how the thing is, I mean, this is the particular thing we need to, I mean, data frame we need to learn, and it's very, very important topic while doing, I mean, proceeding Python as a data engineering tool. Let me add another thing, another list. Let me include my name as well. I received 400 marks. Okay, so for the till column, it's fine. No issue. Let's remove the index. I mean, that particular thing will be a particular records. So I'm inserting another records, but the columnar structure should be same. A new records has been updated. So this is the thing. We have inside the particular table, we have inserted one more rows or one more records. Okay. Let's learn dictionary. I mean, how to create data frame on top of dictionary. The same kind of thing should be there for set and tuple as well. No issue. We can create a set. I mean, on top of set and tuple with the similar functionality. No difference. But especially we will be doing this kind of stuff on top of list only. Not set and tuple. Those are being used for another purpose generally. So as of now, let's concentrate on list and dictionary. Let's declare a similar kind of dictionary just to show you a bit different thing is there while declaring the dictionary. I'll be using the same data. Okay, let me also comment it out. So those two statement will not be, I have put hash over here. So while executing the statement, those two will be outside of my execution. Okay, so okay, let's declare the dictionary with the same naming convention. While doing the dictionary, we have to declare key value pair. If you can remember, key value pair, the key should be each of the column and value should be the records. Okay, just give me 1 second. Sorry. Okay, so we'll be not declaring in this manner. Rather, while declaring a dictionary, we have to declare in key value pair. Key should be a column name. How to do that thing? So let's declare dictionary. It's a curly braces. Let's declare the column name. So this kind of column we do not have to declare at the latter phase. We need to declare at the itself at the beginning phase. Sorry. Name. Okay. Inside the name, what are the different values should be there? It should be Randeep. Randeep should be under single inverted comma. Okay. Then Soumya. Then Soptic. Okay. So the key is a simple string and the value is a list over here. But this is inside the dictionary. This is the first element of this dictionary. Let me declare another element. It should be storing the second column, that is marks. Okay. Colon. Inside a list, let's declare the marks 450, 460 and 400. Okay. So we have two elements. One is called name. The particular key is name. This is value. Another is marks, MAR case. Okay. And this is the value. So we have one dictionary ready with us. And the similar kind of format we can do df dot df equal, df is the particular, okay, let's declare df1. df1 equal pd dot data frame, again the same thing, and again the similar kind of stuffs d1. It's fine. Okay, let's print df1. So the same result should be there here as well. If I just remove this comment out part, I'm declaring both of them over here. Sorry. Print df, you can see the similar kind of result is this. I'm printing data frame, that is df, that is from list. Another one is from creating the same data frame on top of a different dictionary. That is called df1. I'm printing both of them. You can see the similar result is this. Okay, no difference. Over here, we can add the indexes as well. I mean, sorry, in the dictionary, but no need to declare the column names because column is already there while declaring the key value pair here. Okay, we can put the indexes over here as well, similar kind of stuffs, but the index doesn't looks fine. The default index is fine as of now. We have the row numbers, rather we can say over here. Okay. Any doubt? Whatever we have learned over here from anyone?
Hi, sir.
Yeah.
Can we
Tell me.
take the L2, L3 divided like that?
So I didn't get you,
Uh,
Soumya. Can
okay. We take in a L1 itself 3 names and marks like that, right?
Mhm.
Can we take like that L1, one name and marks, L2, like that separations? Can we take it?
Sorry, didn't get. So let me just tell me whatever I have understand. So you want to add one more field over here?
No, not I'm telling like that. I'm telling like that. We can take separate. Y- y- you took Randeep and Marks in one braces, right? Up to there, we can do like that. And can we take Soumya and 460 in a L2?
So yeah, this is a single list. Okay,
Yeah, see,
this
yeah,
is
I'm
another
asking
list.
that L1, L2,
Okay, you want to put
L3.
L1, L2 into different list over here, correct?
Yes, yes.
No, I mean over here in pandas data frame, I mean each of the list over here, actually this is a
Oh,
two-dimensional list. Okay, yeah, we can definitely create this thing, but I mean we need to merge then L1 and L2 first in this kind of manner. Okay, just
okay.
like whatever we have done in append, we'll be appending each of the
Okay.
list.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm asking
Then we
like
need
that.
to
It's
convert this thing over here in this manner. I mean over here we are
oh.
doing this thing as a two-dimensional array. We can do this
Mm-hmm.
thing only once. Let me show you how the result should be working. I'm just
Okay.
declaring. I'm just declaring one list over here.
Okay.
Okay. So the data frame will be creating on top of one list. This one. Okay. If I just going to run it, it should be no, it should not working because over here in the single list, this is considering as the name and this is the output. Let's omit the column. You can have the
Okay.
idea how it should look like.
Yeah. Okay, I understand. Now
Okay.
you take only 3 names in a list. We have more than that. Then what we can do? We can take an one list. We can take that itself.
No, no. First of all, I just want to mention, if I mean, if we declare in this manner, then the first key should be, I mean, this is a columnar structure over here. So this is the first data, first record is this in the second record. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we are doing I mean, this kind of stuffs over here. That's why we are mentioning in this manner so that each of the elements should be a column. That's why this is a column. Sorry, each of the list is a record. So this is a record, this is a record, and this is a record. So we are not placing in this manner. Now your second question is I didn't get. If you have three elements, that is the question.
We have only 3 elements here. I have more than 10 like that.
Okay,
Then
if
we
we have
can
more
do
than
like
10
this.
elements, yeah, we can do this thing in a similar manner as well. There will
Okay.
be no issue. If you're 10, 20, 30, there'll be no issue. The same kind of thing we can do. Okay. Generally, this is a quick example over here. Generally, in our project or practical purpose, we are not converting it from a list to, over here. Rather, we will be connecting a different data source or different Excel sheet. Let me show you. The next example I'll be show you in this manner. Okay, I'm omitting this thing. In my next example, I have a particular CSV file. Okay. So this is the CSV file I have placed over here in a Python day classes. It's an exam result. Okay. As per your choice, we have those 13 records. Okay. Now I'll be creating the data frame. This is another features or another functionality I can say. So we'll be creating the data frame on top of that CSV. Soumya, if you're, we'll be coming to this point again later. Let's quickly learn it. And if it's, satisfies that, then there'll be no issue. If that is not, then we can quickly discuss this thing again. Okay. So in that CSV, we have lots of records, as you were telling. And let's import the same CSV and create the data frame. So how to do that thing? Do the same thing over here. The first line should be there. There'll be no issue. Let's comment it out actually. Comment it out and put it down. If required, we can call it again. Okay. So declare a data frame. It's similar pd dot read CSV. It's very simple. CSV is comma separate delimiter. So this is a CSV file actually. If we just check the properties, it's it's open with Excel. That is fine. It's extension is dot CSV comma separate value. Just we can edit it or open with Notepad plus plus. Then it should be working as a we can check the proper way to see it. Okay, this is the proper structure. It's comma separated value. But we can open this thing. If we double click it on top of that, it should be working on opening on top of Excel. In the Excel, the delimited comma can be replaced by each of the cell. Okay. So that is the main difference with the normal Excel file and comma separated delimiter, CSV file. So just nothing to change over here. We will be doing read CSV. If this is a CSV, then read CSV. If this is an Excel, then we have to put Excel. Read Excel. If this is Avro file, we need to put Avro. Lots of files there. There is Parquet file. Those are different file format will be working for our project, different project purpose. Whatever application we are working, that should be depending on that thing. So pd.read CSV and now read that particular path. Okay, how to read that path? Just where the path is located, just read that thing. Copy as path. I have copied it and directly pasting it over here. Okay, so it's my C drive users in this location, no issue. But I'll be receiving one particular issue over here because while declaring this kind of path, we need to put another backslash because the first day while printing operation I showed you, this backslash has been worked. We need to put the backslash to eliminating or to declare the next character. Execution of the next character, not as a particular operation. Rather, it should be worked as a string. There we have learned how to eliminate the apostrophe operation or just like this. The similar kind of the thing should be there. We need to put another backslash just to show them, just to show the interpreter because this slash you do not have to take as a operation. Rather, it's a string value. Okay. So the backslash will be the first backslash will be helping the interpreter. So that's why while reading a particular CSV from a particular path, then put in this way, not only one backslash. I checked it earlier. Rather, after that, I found the error and I solved it. That's why I'm just showing you this thing. So now it's fine. Now I'm running it. Yes, okay. I haven't printed the data frame, so we cannot able to see it. Print the data frame. Okay, you can see our data frame is ready. So the first row is it's been determined as a header. That means column, and the other things, those are individual rows. Whatever the CSV file is having over there, the same thing we can see over here as well. Okay, so here is multiple rows. So Soumya, as per your question, if we have
Yes, sir.
multiple rows, multiple elements in the list, whether it should be working, yeah, it should be definitely working. There will be no issue.
Okay.
There should be 10, 100, 200, any rows in the list that should be working. But in the practical example, uh, nobody will be going to create this much big list manually. Okay, maybe there are JSON file,
Okay.
maybe there are files, some intermediate, uh, JavaScript or anything is there. They're taking component from the users and putting output as concatenating that particular things in a particular list only. That is also possible. But generally in practical scenario, we will be taking data. If there is huge data, that should be either in external CSV or either in a database itself. We'll be learning how to take database by Python in the last day of the Python learning. But over there, we can, as the same thing, whatever we can take from the CSV file, this is a practical scenario we can check in our project purpose. And the similar kind of stuff, so we can check how to set up connectivity with a MySQL database or in a different database, and just create the data frame pointing to one table from the database. Okay, there should be the practical scenarios. We can have, thousands of records, millions of records. We are creating data frames on top of that. Okay, there'll be no issue. But yeah, list is definitely possible. But nobody is going to create the list with a big 100 or 200 files for execution. If it's a small one, then someone will be created. But the particular function is same. Okay. Okay, so we have
Okay,
learned
sir.
how to uh, create data frame on top of a CSV file. So this is the different approaches to create the data frames. There are several approaches as well. I'll be showing you at the last day how to create the data frame on top of a table. We have learned MySQL over here. Soumya, I think that time you were not there. You can quickly check the recording, or if possible, we can quickly recap with some more exercise. Actually, Randeep requested some exercise on top of SQL. So this week, I was planning at the last day of this week, we can quickly learn some more exercise on top of SQL. So there I can give you a brief introduction what is MySQL databases and all. But you can check
Mm,
the recording for the elaborate things, or if possible, you can join the next session, which should be after 2 weeks
sure, sir.
to learn the SQL. There, we will be connecting SQL to fetch all the tables from the particular databases and create the data frames on each of the tables. So after creating over here, this is an external tool and we can do the manipulation. From the next day onwards, by using those data frame, we'll be doing the manipulation on top of data. How to manipulate it, how to aggregate, on top of each of the data frame. We can learn this 2-3 things on each of the day. The next 2 days. Okay. Okay. Any doubt till now, whatever we have learned? The simple class as well as some external class, that is pandas for data engineering perspective, and how to create the data frames and all. If there is any doubt, please ask.
Like in SQL, we use alter and update statements, like to update or alter something. So in this, we will just directly put it whatever we want to update.
No, the data frame is created, that is fine. It's similar
Mhm.
kind of create statement in SQL. Okay, so after that, when data frame is ready, we want to add a new column or we want to rename a column over here. We can definitely do that, but that should be covering in tomorrow's session. Yeah, we have the similar kind of uh, things, whatever we have done in SQL over here as well. We'll be learning this thing maybe tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. The alter statement.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Just a quick heads up to Soumya, if you are not aware what is SQL and all, SQL is the language that we are doing this thing in our databases, and
Yes, sir.
over there we are using alter statement when our table is ready. I mean, we are creating the table
Yeah.
with the DDL statement. When our table is ready, we can, I mean, put alter statement to update any tabular structure over there. So just Randeep was mentioning, if we just update the similar kind of structural thing at the data frame, yes, we can definitely do that. We can add new columns. We can add some calculative columns as well over here. So this thing we'll be learning gradually from tomorrow
Okay.
onwards.
Uh, uh, I have a one question, sir. Like a SQL, we have a MongoDB also, right?
Yeah, MongoDB is a different database. So
Database.
correct. So we
Okay.
have learned in our demonstration purpose over here. It's a
Mm-hmm.
MySQL database. There are lots of database available in the market. Okay, just like
Yeah.
MongoDB, you told one thing. I mean, we have learned MySQL DB. We have learned. I mean, we haven't learned. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, there are Teradata. There are Oracle. There are from Microsoft. There is Microsoft SQL Server, Redshift, Amazon Redshift. It's one of the AWS account. We can see this kind of database. There are lots of databases are available in the market. Snowflake, it's a new database. It's coming into the market, and but the basic features and functionality, we are writing SQL query over there to do the same thing over there. But MongoDB, I think it's a NoSQL. I mean, it's not a relational database. I'm assuming it's a no relational database.
Yeah.
MongoDB. So we
So no
can,
SQL.
yeah, it's NoSQL. At the very beginning session, I'm not sure, Randeep, I think you were there. We are
Yeah,
learning what
no
is
SQL.
NoSQL.
Like
Uh,
it's very easier and flexible. There is no structured language,
correct.
no
There we are
tabular
not
form.
storing, we are not storing the data in a structural format.
Yes,
That
no
is
tabular
not
form.
Okay.
correct, correct, correct. If you are quite aware of JSON structure, or just like similar list or dictionary. Okay. So we are storing data in this format in MongoDB, not tabular
Oh, okay.
structure. So SQL
Yeah.
query will not be working there. That is specially for data retrieving purpose, but the data manipulation or data engineering perspective, we should
Modif.
we should not be working on MongoDB. MongoDB is being used for kind of data engineering purpose, or I mean, obviously to store some parameters. If we want to retrieve the parameter within a second or within some microsecond, then we need to use NoSQL there. NoSQL, there is also, I mean, lots of useful things in the NoSQL. Suppose we need to retrieve the data very fast from relational database. No relational database is much more faster than relational database to retrieve any records quickly. Suppose the chatbot, okay, we are using chatbot in each of the website, popular website. While doing the chatbot is replying us from the is its internal database itself. Whatever the data is being stored there, so that the primary database it's been stored at the backend of chatbot, it's a no relation, I mean NoSQL, this kind of stuffs, because they need to answer as much fast as it's possible. So there are lots of records are available, but those are being stored in this format. But while doing the manipulation purpose, we are doing some aggregation. I mean tough calculation, complex calculation is there. We should not use this kind of storage system. I mean, the better should be tabular structure storage system that is called, and on top of that, we can do the SQL thing. So that is the thing. MongoDB is for no SQL. It's not SQL. Okay. It's understandable or it's not sure. I think it's simple. But I mean, yeah, as the introductory class, I have mentioned the SQL and no SQL. So yeah, if possible, I think you can join this thing once more time, then that should be quite clear. MongoDB is a database which is not storing the data in tabular format. It's storing in this kind of format. Maybe it's a JSON, maybe it's an XML, okay, or YML. In XML data or it's similar kind of dictionary data, there should be key value pair, and it's NoSQL. It's not SQL. Okay, so any other thing? Nothing for today? Okay,
No, sir. Thank you.
okay. Let's connect tomorrow with manipulation on top of data frame.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
Yeah, that's all for today's session. Thank you, everyone. Bye bye.
Okay, sir. Thank you.